expert swordsman who came over with a sword and took her head off in one go. Apparently that's a rarity as well, to be able to take someone's head off with one chop. And he was that good, this French swordsman.
To be fair, that's a good thing for her.
I believe so.
You don't want to get half your neck and it's not really done. You're still kind of...
I read a thing today that apparently Hitler had this thing where they had a guillotine that they'd use to chop the heads off state spies and people accused of treason.
Yeah.
And a couple of years into its use, Hitler gave the order that the blade they weren't allowed to sharpen it anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, grim. So it took 3 and 4 goes of the guillotine to chop people's heads off.
That evil.
Well, he had the full 10 out of 10 in top trumps in the evil category.
He is.
Hitler.
He's up there.
But yeah, she was done for high treason and witchcraft. So the whole thing,
That is a very good selection, by the way.
Yeah. Now the song itself, when I first read this, I was afraid I wouldn't be able to find a version of Oh Death, Rock Me Asleep, because 15 fucking something, 30 odd.
Listen, if I can find original Vivaldi recordings, then you can find this.
But I did. I found 2 versions of it. One by kind of a modern orchestra. They have sheet music that did belong to her, and mixed in with the sheet music, how they thought that she was actually composing was that there were pieces of music that weren't attributed to known composers at the time, and they were signed with her name and her family motto on the sheets. So they used that music. I believe they used some of that music, and they used the lyrics for the poem that apparently she wrote while awaiting execution in the Tower of London.
Right.
So that's Anne Boleyn, which is I think that's fucking that's
good choice.
It hurt me, but it was fucking great.
Hats off to you, sir. Hats off to you.
What the dickens?
What in the dickens were they thinking back then?
Give me our next one, chap.
Next one's Sam Cooke. Song Chain Gang, which I love. I love that song Chain Gang. I really do.
Let's crack open this boppy. You ready?
Oh, yeah. Oh. This is the Polish beer that we love.
This is the Polish beer that I bring over here.
Commis. We'll shout out to... Are we allowed to do that? Allowed to say that? It's a great beer.
Probably not even pronouncing it.
No,
it's
we're
Polish.
No.
Right. With a roll
Sam Cooke. Everyone knows Sam Cooke, American singer. Civil activist as well. Mm-hmm. He was killed in 1964. This was 3 years after he released that song, actually, at the Hacienda Motel in Los Angeles, California. The police were answering a separate call of a kidnapping. And to this, so the kidnapping was reported at this place.
Okay.
When they got there, they found his body. Only wearing a sports jacket and shoes. And nothing else.
Balls out.
Everything out. Except his shoulders and his feet. He sustained a gunshot wound to the chest, which later they found out it went into his heart. So that is you tapped out.
Yeah,
you're not coming back from that. Shop boy Bertha Franklin, supposedly, who said that Cooke it was in self-defense. He had broken into her office. So what supposedly had happened is he had brought a girl back to the motel and attempted to rape her. She wasn't into it. And
thankfully,
he was fucking going for. He's just pushing her down the bed, and she goes, "Just let me go into the bathroom before you do this." Gets into the bathroom, escapes that way.
Yeah.
Runs and tries to knock on the actual door of the manager. Couldn't get any response, so she just legged it. He comes out in his jacket and shoes, presumably only. Knocks on the management and goes, "I know she came in here." Beats her door down, and she sees a lad in that clothes screaming. Bang, dead.
Really?
Now, that's what most people think. And it's what I think as well.
Okay.
Although, there's a little bit more to the story. So it's kind of weird because when he was being buried, singer Etta James, which was a friend of his, said, that doesn't look like he died by a gunshot wound.
Really?
Because apparently he was missing like lumps of his shoulder and neck and stuff like that. It was looked like he'd been beaten severely, like real badly. And there's a whole sort of speculation that his manager was involved to get rights to his music and stuff like that. They haven't found anything on this at all.
It's wonderment.
So Bertha Franklin's cleared because it's self-defense.
Fucking
You
right, yeah.
can't fucking really argue that.
no.
You
No
know what I
denying
mean?
it. No denying it.
There's kind of a weird thing about Sam Cooke that I found out that he tried it on with Aretha Franklin when she was 12.
Really?
Yeah, supposedly. Aretha Franklin's kind of tight-lipped on it. Apparently, like she said, it was just sort of romantic. Apparently, this cat, this is my new word with cat. I'm bringing that back as well now. This cat was a absolute womanizer. Just
Really?
loved the mats. Now, there's a lot of rumours about this. This because that's the end of the story about his death. Got shot, got away with it.
Well, weren't there rumours that Michael Jackson was pimped out to Diana Ross as well when he was a young fella?
I heard that.
Yeah.
Not pimped out to, but she
asked for them and Daddy fucking Jackson sent them in, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how true that is now.
Don't know.
But yeah, apparently that little stint in the hotel room with a different hotel room with Aretha Franklin was cut short by her father knocking on the door going, "Is everything okay in there?"
Really?
Sam Cooke was like, no.
That's grand. Jesus Christ.
Now, not to speak ill of the dead, which we have been doing since we started this.
That sounds like it's going back as well.
That is the rumour. Apparently he was drunk as fuck when he knocked into that door, shouting and screaming, going, where is she? I know she's in here. That doesn't bode well for him, because if she was just gone, he'd go, oh, she just left.
Yeah. You're running out with that fucking flu hanging out wearing a sports jacket, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not a good look.
Probably full rager.
Probably. Like, fucking...
Angry, boner rage.
Swinging dong, pissed out of his mind, on wherever.
Yeah. I know she's in there.
Yeah.
So what if she was in there? Yeah. Not looking good.
Not having it.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's the story there. The other story was there was foul play, conspiracy theory, but absolutely nothing's been found on that. So
okay.
Yeah. Bertha Franklin cleared of all charges. Who's your next one?
Another little strange one. It's a guy called String Bean. String Bean was
your man from what's that Australian show?
Don't know.
The singer. Pugwell.
Pugwash.
Pugwell.
No, Pugwash are the Irish band. Yeah, all right. Pugwell.
Mama Lloyd. Remember String Bean was in his band, the big tall bassist?
That's right.
Tall people are usually bassists.
Generally. Actually,
it's not. It's true.
I just put that together in my head.
Trust me. Most if you looking at a load of bands and you have to pick the bassist out every time, you can always pick out the drummer because he looks simple.
Yeah. The bassist has like orangutan arms.
You can always pick out the singer because he's given more face.
Yeah. He has an angle.
More face. You can pick out the keyboard player because you can barely see them in the background.
Yeah. Or the drummer just holding. I always like the band photos were like, you know, the lads have guitars or whatever, and the singer has a microphone or he has a look, and the drummer just has sticks in his hand.
Yeah.
Fucking always feel bad for them.
Do you know when they ever go, we're going to record a video out in the desert, and the drummer's always like, how the fuck is that going to work for me?
Yeah.
Or it's worse for the guitarist. They're like, I don't have any hands.
There's no such thing as electricity.
This looks stupid.
Yeah.
So go on.
All right. So String Bean...
bassist from...
Exactly. He was an American singer-songwriter. He was famous for being a banjo player, and he was what's known as like an old-timey, or what do they call it, a claw hammer banjo player. So he played with 3 fingers. That's what he played.
Pig of an instrument, isn't it?
Yes, it's absolute swine. But he got famous. Actually, what's interesting about him is that he was a singer-songwriter, a famous banjo player. He was a comedian and a semi-professional baseball player.
Sounds like Jamie Foxx mixed with O.J. Simpson.
He was a member of the Grand Ole Opry.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
I've watched a few of those before. Yeah. They're fucking great, man.
So...
Hang on. Yeah, they have got... they recorded loads of those.
Oh, loads of them, yeah.
I'm not just dreaming that.
No. Like, he was like a kind of current, long-term, famous member of the Grand Ole Opry.
And Mighty Wind, the film is sort of loosely based on that, isn't it? Yeah.
I think so, yeah. He won his first banjo for breeding a pair of bantam chickens. He won a competition for chicken breeding when he was a young fella. And
he is a talented lad.
Yeah, exactly.
He won the banjo through that and went, you know what, give it a crack.
Yeah. So in the 1950s, he had this weird kind of comedy style that was picked up for television. He was on a TV show called Hee Haw, which is kind of a weird music meets comedy kind of sketch show.
Right, yeah.
Now, he was called String Bean because they used to dress him up in like dungarees, but they'd put the waistband of the dungarees around his knees, so it looked like his entire body was joined and his legs were tiny. So he had this weird kind of...
bit talking headsy, isn't it?
A little bit, yeah. He had that kind of thing going on. So, because he grew up in the Great Depression, he never trusted banks. And he also grew up living extraordinarily kind of frugally. So he didn't spend any money whatsoever. He had a Cadillac and he had a colour television. And that was it. And he lived in a cabin in the woods in Tennessee. And that was it. He was born in Kentucky and he lived in Tennessee. Now, bear in mind, while all this was happening, he's like on television, a major star in the Grand Ole Opry. Like, he's very well known, putting albums out left, right and centre. Like, he's singing, he's playing banjo. He's playing banjo on other people's records. He's doing well for himself.
Yeah.
But he lives in a fucking cabin in the woods with nothing. A bit of electricity to power his colour television, which is about as fucking good as it got for him. So, in 1973, he's still doing Grand Ole Opry. He's still doing fucking shows. He's doing well. He goes back to his cabin with his wife, drives home, and there's two people waiting in the cabin for him. They've read all the fucking interviews. They've heard all the reports that he doesn't trust banks because he grew up in the Great Depression.
Oh, they know he keeps it under the mattress.
They think they got all the fucking money hidden in there. But after pulling the place apart, they cannot find it whatsoever. So him and his wife come home, walk into the house. They're after finding one of his guns. Right? He was mad for guns. Had a load of guns hidden around the house. And the minute he walked in, they shot him in the head, killed him. And the wife started crying. And they asked her where the money was. She fucking begged for her life, screaming, the whole shebang. They ended up shooting her, I think, twice, killing her as well. They ended up running away and they got nothing but the gun that they stole to shoot him and her with and the chainsaw. They found no money. And it was about, I think, a couple of months later.
Thank God they didn't break the chainsaw.
I know. Well, they were dead already by the time they found the chainsaw. The chainsaw, to be honest with you, sounds like one of those, we can't leave here empty-handed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can get 20 quid for a chainsaw type of thing. They found no money after pulling his little cabin completely apart.
Didn't need to kill them.
Didn't need to kill them at all. Chances are he probably would have given them a few quid.
I hate murderers.
Yeah, they are no crack. But the lads were arrested. And one of them's still alive. He was released in 2014.
Wow.
And one of them died in 2003. There were two cousins, the guys, who killed Stringbean and his wife. Apparently they were bragging about it and showing off the gun, and somebody recognised the gun, and that's how they were tied into the murder in the first place.
Snitching on your own self.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Snitches get knishes. Yeah, so that's Stringbean, which is again more zero crack. Just a little weird one.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that like one of them is still alive, like released a couple of years ago from jail for killing somebody. Now apparently of the two, one of them claimed even to be the murderer, and the other guy was just like an accomplice. But apparently under Tennessee law, it doesn't really matter whether you're an accomplice or you actually pull the trigger. It's the same job.
Yeah, that's a lot of places, I'd say.
I think so. That's Stringbean. Who's your next one?
My next one's Kirsty MacColl.
All right.
The English singer-songwriter. Most famous, obviously, for Fairy Tale New York. But she has also got absolute bangers as well. She has a great song written by Billy Bragg, New England. But I picked Free World because I really, really like this song. It's a really fast-paced song. I bought her greatest hits, I'd say, about 15 years ago. This was a song that really stood out to me. This goes down as an accidental death.
Okay.
However, it's a little bit more complicated than that. So she was doing a presentation for a radio program in Cuba. So she went to Mexico to just on a little holiday with her family. And they were going diving. And as she was coming up, she saw a powerboat moving at massively high speed coming towards her and her family. So she pushed her son out of the way to save him, but took the full brunt of the speedboat.
Fuckity fuck.
It's horrific. Now her son was badly hurt as well by it, but thankfully it was okay. She died instantly. You don't survive that. So her body was brought back to England, stuff like that, and they had a humanist funeral and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The powerboat that was involved in it was owned by a guy called Guillermo Gonzalez. He's a multi-millionaire president of a commercial Mexican supermarket chain.
All right.
So that's when people start to go, okay.
Mexican Tesco.
Texaco.
No,
that's a garage.
Petrol,
Yeah. So it was one of his employees on the boat. Sen Yam said it was me driving it, and he lost control of it. people were saying it's just you should have been